Your girl got flued out on her first date. You heard me. Your girl got flued out. But I'm keeping it real chill, real cool, real player. You feel me? Okay, but where we finna eat at in the airport? Is the restaurant behind the airport, beside the airport? Like what's going on? Is he gonna be the type of nigga, if he don't get any, he gonna leave me stranded? Or is he gonna be respectful?
We gon' slay, right up a tray, we getting paid, cash stay blue, diamonds do too, take no L's, only blunts to the face, car no roof, bitches stay thirsty, I got the juice, I just be posted, giving me views, you giving me looks, I'm giving you moves, true, say true, doing what we do.
We just gonna jump right into it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, okay? Also make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Okay, so as you guys see by the title, this story time is about my sneaky link / getting flued out on the first date. So you guys know, in order for this story to make sense, I kind of gotta give you guys a little background story. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with how I met my sneaky link. Okay, so I was in college around this time. This happened around like 2014. I was in college and I was working at a clothing store. Now I don't want to say the name of the clothing store only because I'm doing another story time that includes this same store. And so for the sake of the other story time that I'm gonna be doing, I'm not gonna say the name of the store. It was a high-end brand, so I'm gonna say the name of the store I used to work at was Gucci. So yeah, I was going to school around this time. It was around 2014. My daily routine was going to class and then going straight to work. So this was a regular day, you know, going to class, going straight to work right after. So well, I thought it was gonna be a regular day, but it definitely was not. Okay, so one night I'm at work and I'm closing this night, and this night I'm on the register, so I'm like all the way in the back of the store, right? So it's like 2 hours to closing, and you know, everybody else is like, you know, cleaning up the store, folding clothes, you know, because we getting ready to leave. We probably had like 2 or 3 customers in the store at the time. Boom, so 2 hours to closing, right? I'm all the way in the back where the register is at, and I'm straightening up, I'm cleaning up or whatever. So I look up and a guy walks in. A guy walks in with like 6-7 kids and like 2 adults, right? Automatically he immediately caught my attention. Not because he came in with so much kids, that caught my attention too, but really because of how he looked. Like, he looked like a rapper. He did not look like no regular dude or whatever. He was tall, he got dressed, he had like a lot of jewelry on or whatever. No, he had mad jewelry on, but I couldn't really see his face. Because remember, I'm all the way in the back where the register is at, and the front door is literally all the way in the front. They come in the store, everybody's shopping around or whatever, cool. So I'm at the register, whatever, and he approaches my register. So I'm fake checking him out or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, look like he's talking about something. You feel me? I'm making it obvious that I'm checking him out because I see him checking me out too, you feel me? But I'm keeping it real chill, real cool, real player, you feel me? Real laid back and shit like that. So everybody puts their stuff down on the register, right? It's mad clothes. Like I said, it was like 6-7 kids and like 2 adults he came with. The kids was ranging from about like 5 to 13-ish. As I'm ringing everything up, he gives me a compliment. I don't remember exactly what he said, but when he said it, it made me ask him where he was from because I heard a strong ass accent. I automatically knew he was from down south. He sounded like he had a down south accent or whatever. So I asked him where he's from. So yeah, he told me he's from North Carolina and that he was visiting his family or whatever. And the kids that he was with was his nieces and nephews. And the 2 adults was his sister and his cousin or something like that. I really don't remember. But so towards the ending of me ringing up all the stuff that they had got or whatever, he then asked me what time I got off. So you know, I'm not gonna be sitting here cheesing and blushing and all that. Nah, like, you feel me? Keep real cool, real play. Can't let a nigga see that you feeling him, you feel me? It's too early for that. So I'm like, why you asking me what time I get off? So he basically was saying that, oh, it's his last night in town and that he wanted to, you know, get to know me, like go for drinks or some shit like that. So I told him, I was like, I get off in an hour, but I don't feel comfortable going anywhere with you. Like, I don't know you. But the clothing store that I worked at, it was inside of a mall, and inside the mall it was like BBQs and, you know, little places like that. So So I told him, I was like, I mean, we can, you know, go somewhere in the mall if you want. So yeah, he said he was going to drive his family back home and, you know, spend a block with me or whatever. You know, he was going to come back to the mall and we was going to, you know, go get some drinks and get to know each other or whatever. That he did. He ended up coming back and we went to BBQs and we got some drinks. So he's like, yeah, I know you just came from work. You could order food if you want or whatever. One thing about it, I'm going to eat, okay? I'm going to eat. You ain't got to tell me twice, okay? So that I did. I ordered my food or whatever. I was gonna order food regardless, like whether or not he had offered it or not. I was gonna order food regardless, pay for my own. He had already ate with his family or whatever, so he was just gonna have his drink. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, it's kind of awkward you watching me eat, but okay, cool. So we had like a nice little conversation. He told me that he was leaving literally the next day, right? So towards the ending of the conversation, he asked me when can he take me out on an official date. So I asked him, I'm like, how often are you out here? So he's like, well, he's leaving tomorrow, and when he comes out here to visit his family, it's really random because he travels a lot. So I'm like, okay, well, what time is your flight tomorrow? Maybe we can, you know, do something before you leave. So he ends up saying that he didn't even book his flight yet, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe we could do something early before you catch your flight or whatever. So he's like, all right, cool. He's just gonna call me and we'll figure it out. So I'm like, all right, bet. He called me the next day. He was asking me questions like, when was the next time I was going to work? When did I have class? And was I free all day? Things like that. So I told him like I was free the entire weekend. I didn't really have nothing planned or whatever. So yeah, he told me to get dressed. He didn't give me no sense of direction on, you know, what the vibe was gonna be for the day, you know. So I didn't really know how to dress, you feel me? I always like to dress accordingly. But whatever. So I put something together, you know, I do what I do. He introduces me to his brother or whatever. His brother was the one driving. So I'm a bit confused, but not really, because like he's not from here and he was leaving that same day. So I'm like, you know, maybe he got somebody driving him around or whatever. So yeah, he opens my door, I get in the car. So yeah, I get in the car, we driving away. So he tells me that he has to go to the mall real quick to pick up a couple things. So I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I like to go with the flow, you feel me? Like, I'm not into really planning things. So it didn't bother me that he didn't really tell me, like, what we were doing for the day. I'm a go with the flow type of person. I like random, like spontaneous shit. I like adventure, you feel me? Like, listen, I like having a motherfucking ball, okay? So I like all that. I'm into all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So in my head, I'm like, I need to go to Sephora anyway. I need to pick up a few things. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we go to the mall or whatever. He get whatever he's getting or whatever. So we pass in Sephora. So I told him that I wanted to go to Sephora real quick. Yeesh. Why tells me, yo, like, yeah, you can pick up whatever you need. I got you. Is that right? I ain't gonna lie, I did pick up a few more things. So when I was done or whatever, he definitely paid with no problem. Okay, it came up to like 200, and I didn't go crazy either. Like, I didn't like just pick up random I didn't need. It was like stuff that I needed. But if you're a female and you into makeup, you know, makeup is getting expensive, okay? So, and he paid no problem. So that right there was definitely a little eye-opener for me. I'm like, okay, like, he don't got a problem, you know, spending money or whatever. That's cool. Definitely appreciated that. You know, he didn't have to. He just met me. He did not have to do that. Like, he's on a roll. What else you got up your sleeve? What was it? I know. He wasn't done. Taking me to go get drinks wasn't enough for him. Taking me to go get some makeup wasn't enough for him, okay? Let me tell y'all. So we get back in the car, right, after we leave the mall. He's asking me, you know, what type of food I like and things like that. So in my head, I'm thinking we finna go eat or something. Like, I'm not sure. Maybe he was just making conversation. I don't know. He didn't tell me where we were going or anything, like, and I probably should have asked. Well, first of all, before I go any further with this story time, I just want to make it clear that I am not condoning anything that I did in this video. I'm not trying to influence anybody to do what I did. I'm not praising anything that I did in this video. I'm just simply letting you guys know my experience and how I felt in that moment around the time it was happening, okay? You guys gotta remember, I was also young when this happened, so I was probably like, I don't want to say like I was super young, because I wasn't. I probably say I was like around 19, 20. So yeah, young. Like, I was young, and you know, I made a lot of stupid decisions. So in no way, shape, or form am I condoning anything that I did in this video, and I don't want you guys to follow anything that I did in this video. So yeah, I don't want you guys in the comments saying what I did was wrong, and I don't need to hear all of that. Like, I know I put myself in a dangerous situation, and I don't need to hear it in the comments. I'm not at all trying to influence anybody. I'm just letting you guys know my experience and how I felt in that moment. That is all. Okay, so yeah, so we're in the car, you know, we making, you know, small talk or whatever, and we get on the highway. So at this point now my mind is really wondering, because we've been driving for a little minute and we're on the highway. So yeah, so I was a bit confused. We on the highway, and I'm texting my sister, like, I'm texting my little sister. I'm like, I don't know where we're going. Like, I'm a little confused on what's happening. Like, we're on the highway, we've been driving for a little bit. So I asked him, I'm like, where we going? And he's like, we're going to go get something to eat. So I'm like, cool. He didn't tell me where. I'm thinking he made reservations to somewhere, whatever, you feel me? And in my mind, I'm like, damn, where's this restaurant at? Like, where we going? So I'm texting my little sister now, and I'm telling her, I'm like, he said we finna eat, but like, we driving pretty far. So she's like telling me, like, just make sure you keep your location on. Now, you on the highway, right? And finally, we pull up to our destination. I look out the window and we're at the airport. Why are we at the airport? Like, I know you say you leaving today, but where we finna eat at in the airport? I know you didn't just take me out for drinks, buy me some makeup, and we finna eat in the airport. So I look at him and I'm like, I thought we was finna eat. Like, you're leaving? So he's like, yeah, we are finna eat. So I'm like, well, where we finna eat at?
Where we about to eat at?
We finna eat in the airport? Is the restaurant behind the airport, beside the airport? Like what's going on? Like please tell me what's going on before I call my Uber. I'm looking around like, well, where's the restaurant? Like, so he's like, well, the restaurant I want to take you to is in Cali. You want to run that back, Turbo? You said what now? He's like, yeah, the restaurant I'm going to take you to is in Cali. Huh? What city girl said? What? So I ain't gonna lie, I was stuck on stupid. I was so confused. Before I make an ass out of myself, please tell me what you mean. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is going on? So he's like, remember I told you I didn't book my flight yet? So he's like, well, I got a business move to make in Cali and I want you to come with me. I'm just like, what? Like, I'm still like confused. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, yeah, the restaurant I'm gonna take you is in Cali. It's just unfortunate that I met you like towards the ending of my trip or whatever. But I really like your vibe and I want to get to know you, and I really do want to take you out on an official first date, but I have business in Cali and I want you to come with me. First of all, let's talk about it. I wasn't getting flued out like that back then.
Like, I need a plane ticket. I'm trying to get flued out. Period.
First of all, the whole flued out thing wasn't even a thing back then, okay? There wasn't no motherfucking city girls back then. Getting flued out and all that wasn't really a thing, you feel me? Like, was still young, bitches was getting taken out to McDonald's, okay? So when Nikki said, I'm so rich, I cop rides for my bitch, dollar menu fries, apple pies, other bitches, you feel me? Bitches was getting taken out to Mickey D's, okay? Like, getting flued out and all that wasn't a thing back then, you feel me? I didn't even have to do nothing to get flued out, okay? Period. I swear, when I be doing my story times, I be feeling like I'm talking to my homegirls, and y'all is my homegirls. I'm just like, I don't even know to be doing that. Like, this is crazy. He was like, I know, I understand, I get it, but I really want to get to know you. Like, so far, like, I feel like you're so cool, and he doesn't want to just get on the plane and leave without really getting to know me. He was like, listen, if you do decide to come and you don't feel comfortable, I have no problem, you know, getting you a flight back home or whatever. He was like, but I really hope that you do say yes. He was like, you know, you met my family and everything. You see that I'm a nice guy. I'm very family oriented and everything. I'm like, that don't mean nothing. What that mean? That don't mean nothing. Just because I'm at your family and you seem real nice and family oriented, that don't mean nothing. Serial killers is family oriented. So what you saying? But anyway, so I told him, I'm like, give me a second, because we stepped out the car, because like I said, his brother was driving us. So we stepped out the car and he told me, you know, what his plan. So I was like, okay, well, like, just give me a second. Like, I really need to regroup. I gotta tap in with a couple people, you know, let them know what's going on. I gotta call the girls. There's a whole lot going on right now. So yeah, my little sister's really not telling me what to do. She's just like, I don't know, like, do you want to go? And I'm like, I do, but at the same time, like, I'm scared. Like, I don't know him. Like, you feel me? Like, it's a scary situation. Like, I literally just met this man. So after I finished, you know, tapping in with my peoples or whatever, I go back to the car or whatever. So he's asking me, you know, what was my answer? So I'm still hesitant. Like, I still don't have no answer for this man. I'm just like, it's like, bitch, what happened? I thought you was so adventurous. I thought you was so spontaneous. I thought you like having a motherfucking ball. Like, I also told him, I'm like, I don't even have nothing with me. Like, I didn't pack. I don't have no bags, no nothing. So he was like, yeah, neither do I. So I'm like, okay. He's like, don't worry about it. Whatever you need, I got you when we land. Bitch, you said what? Shop when we land. That's my vibe right there. This nigga got me questioning, like, who are you?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Y'all gotta remember, this is in 2014. I wasn't used to hearing like that. I wasn't used to getting flued out. I wasn't used to none of that. Like, so at that time, it was something to me. You feel me? It was sounding like something to me. You feel me?
Something, very much something.
So he's like, yeah, when we get there, we're just gonna go shopping or whatever. Like, don't worry, like, I got you. And I'm just like, well, shit, you got money.
We got money!
Again, like, just a million questions is in my head, a million thoughts is in my head. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm just calculating everything in my head. Like, I'm making sure that I got money. Like, I'm just making sure if I fly to Cali with this guy, that I can fend for myself if he decides that he don't want to fuck with me, you feel me? If he decides that he want to leave me stranded, you feel me? But like I said, the vibe he was giving me, it just wasn't giving that. Like, he wasn't forcing nothing, or he wasn't like, or he wasn't doing too much. Like, he was just so like laid back and like so sweet. Like, he was just real chill, real cool. Like, I feel like that's what kind of made me comfortable to say yes, even though that shouldn't have made me want to say yes, you feel me? Like, because anybody can portray themselves a certain way and be totally different, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're put in certain situations with that person, they could show you a whole different side, you feel me? So it took me a little time to give him my answer, whatever. After like 30 minutes of just contemplating if I was gonna go or not, I finally told him yes. So with that being said, like I said before, like, I don't need y'all in the comments telling me how stupid I was for doing what I did. Like, I get it, I understand. Like, I'm very much an adult now, and I know like what I did was dangerous. Like, so I don't need y'all in the comments attacking me, okay? So I finally say yes or whatever, okay? Yeah, so let me just jump right into it. I finally say yes. So he buys our tickets or whatever. We go to some like little restaurant that's in the airport or whatever, and we get drinks and we get food or whatever. We sit down, we're talking, and he's like, I could just tell, like, you're so nervous, like it's written all over your face. And I was like, yeah, I am. I'm like, because this is crazy. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Like, because this is something I would not do. Like, I was telling him, I'm like, this is something I would not do. He was like, nah, I totally get it. Like, I understand. Like, I definitely understand where you're coming from. But, you know, I just want you to have a good time. He wanted me to enjoy myself and feel comfortable. And he was going to do anything to make sure that I was comfortable. He was like, at any point you feel like you want to leave, like, I have no problem, you know, making sure you have a flight back home. Like, he was like, don't worry about nothing or whatever. First of all, I don't even like planes. Like, that was another thing. That was another reason why I was so hesitant, because I'm not into planes. Around that time, I wasn't taking vacations and stuff like that. The only other time I flew somewhere was when I went to Jamaica. and that was the only time I had been on a plane. So going to Cali, it was my second time getting on a plane, okay? And I was not here for it. I was not excited about that. So anyway, long story short, we get on our flight, whatever. I was nervous as hell. My hands were shaking. He had to hold my hand. I'm not gonna lie, he was really sweet. He was really sweet the entire time. Like, he really did make sure I was good. Like, he made me lay on him. He made me put my feet up on him. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna get you a shot, you know, to calm your nerves down a little bit. Maybe you could fall asleep. So yeah, he did that. He got me a shot. I did end up falling asleep or whatever. We both ended up falling asleep. So anyway, we landed or whatever. As soon as we landed, he had a car there already, like in the parking lot when we got out the airport. So as soon as we got in the car, we went to the store, like, to get soap, toothbrushes, whatever, like whatever we needed. We got that. Then we got something to eat. So he tells me that we're gonna drive to the mall in the morning. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we get to the hotel, right? When we arrive at the hotel, I'm like, damn, I didn't think about this part. I thought about everything else except for this part. I'm just like, I hope this man does not think I'm finna sleep with him just because he flew me out here, okay? This is where it's gonna go wrong at. This is exactly where it's gonna go wrong at, and this is exactly why I should have stood my little ass home. That's all I was thinking. Like, is he gonna be the type of nigga, if he don't get any, he gonna leave me stranded? Or is he gonna be respectful, you feel me? We get to the room. As soon as we walk in, I look, it's 2 beds. So that was a really good sign for me. I'm like, okay, I'm really happy it's 2 beds in here. But just because it's 2 beds here don't mean we finna sleep separate. I mean, he probably think we finna sleep together. I don't know what this man think, but I'm just glad it's 2 beds. So y'all wanna know what type of nigga he was? We literally got upstairs, showered, ate, we was talking for a little bit, and he fell asleep. The entire time, he was on one bed and I was on the other. And not once did he try to come over to the other bed I was in. Not once did he try to force himself on me. Not once did he try anything. He didn't try nothing. He didn't try to kiss me, nothing. He fell asleep in one bed and I just went to sleep in the other. And that was it. So the next morning, drove to the mall. We get inside the mall now. I'm trying to see, like, what's the vibe, like what stores we going into, you feel me? Like, I don't want to overdo it, and I'm not going to be picking up anything that I can't afford on my own, you feel me? Like, I'm not that type of girl. So get in the mall, and you know, I start off small. I go into, you know, H&M, go into Forever 21, get me a few little things, whatever. So after that, we go into side Neiman Marcus, we go into Saks and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, he really trying to spend a bag on your girl, okay?
Hey, let's check this place out.
Yeah, babe, let me just make a call real fast. Okay, so Shalane, listen, we going to parties. It's a new level of he got money here. You need to call everybody. Tweet it, because I can't do it, okay? Bye, I'll call you later. Bye, babe, you ready?
Because it's Neiman Marcus. He took me over to the shoe section, making me try on shoes. I also even remember taking pictures of 2 Tory Burch sandals that I wanted to get. And I didn't know which color, and I ended up posting it on Instagram.
Post up the food, but don't post the nigga. Post up the bag, but don't post the spender. Kissing you tail, I'ma suspend.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was hot. Okay, I posted that shit on my Instagram, like, shopping in Cali, what color should I get? I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was that girl, okay? He definitely did not put any limits on my shopping spree, like, at all. He did not care what it was. He literally got any and everything I wanted, like. But like I said, I'm not the type of girl to take advantage of people's kindness, you feel me? So even though he was willing to get me any and everything I wanted, I also was being mindful. Like, I wasn't gonna pick up anything too crazy expensive. Went shopping, great day. So we got back in the car and he was like, he asked me, did I need anything else? And I'm just letting him know, like, yeah, he took me shopping and I got everything I wanted, but I was also letting him know, like, I wasn't really feeling myself. Like, I was telling him, like, I'm in Cali and I just feel like, you know, I'm not prepared. Like, my nails ain't done, my toes ain't done, my hair ain't. Let me rephrase that. Like, they're done, but they need a touch up. They're done, but they're not Cali done. They're done, but they're not Cali ready. Like, you feel me? Like, it just wasn't giving what it's supposed to give. Like, me, like, if I'm flying somewhere. Like, I need fresh everything. I need my hair to be fresh. I need my nails and my feet to be fresh. Just wanting to be freshly done from head to toe. That's just me. That's just who I am. Like, so like my nails and my feet and my hair was done, but they needed a touch-up. Like, it was that weekend I needed a touch-up, you feel me? So I was in Cali, I was not feeling myself. I was just annoyed. Like, my hair didn't look a mess, my nails didn't look a mess, my feet didn't look a mess, but you can tell like it was ready for a touch-up. Like, I felt so unprepared. Like, at this time I had a bob, you feel me? And if y'all know me, I do not do short hair. I do not put short hair. I hate short hair. And this was around the time I let my hairstylist put short hair on me, okay? Sometimes I be making her do what she wanna do. And this was one of those times, okay? It was a side bang and it was a long bob. So that was the hairstyle I had around that time. Now, like I said, it wasn't that it looked like my hair needed to be done. And at the same time, I just wasn't feeling that hairstyle for Cali. Like, it was my first time out there and I just wanted to get the full experience. I wanted to feel pretty. I wanted to, you feel me? Not saying that I wasn't pretty because of my hair. Like, I was very much pretty. I was very much giving the girls what needed to be gave, okay? Don't get that part twisted, okay? I was still doing my big one. Y'all know that vibe. Like, if y'all fly somewhere and you're not feeling confident, you're not feeling like yourself, like, you're not gonna want to be there. Like, the girls that get it. Yeah, I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, like, I really appreciate you taking me shopping, but I'm still just not like 100% feeling like I want to stay because like my hair is not done, my nails, my feet is not done. Like, I'm just not feeling myself. So he's like, well, that's no problem. Why don't you look up a hair salon, look up a nail salon, like whatever. I told you, it's whatever. If that's what's gonna make you feel comfortable, if that's gonna make you feel better, like, I got you. Like, it's no problem. So I'm just like, if you want to marry me, just say that. Like, anyway, nah, but for real, I'm just like, first of all, that's really sweet, but if you've been watching my story times and been tapping into my videos, y'all already know how picky I am. Y'all already know when it comes to my hair, my nails, my feet, I am very picky. So yeah, it was really sweet him offering to get my hair, my nails done and whatever. It was really sweet, but baby, not anybody could just touch me, okay? Not anybody could just do this hair. Yeah, as we're driving back to the hotel now, he tells me that he has to go pick up his brother from the airport because his brother was flying into Cali. Yeah, he told me he's gonna bring me back to the hotel with all my bags and everything, and you know, if I needed anything, to let him know. If I changed my mind and I wanted to go to the nail salon or the hair salon, to let him know, and he'll send me a car or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Before he drops me off, he gives me money. He's like, if you need to get food, if you want to go outside and explore and, you know, walk around and do your thing, like, go ahead, do your thing. Like, I'll be back. Let me know, like, where you at, if you need me to come get you, if you need me to send you a car, all that. Like, he was a gentleman, like, the entire time, like, literally the entire time. And this is why I said, like, it's very fortunate that my situation went the way it did, you feel me? Because it could have went totally left. And it's also very fortunate that he was the person that, you know, he was the type of person he was, you feel me? Because like I said, it could have went in a totally different direction, okay? And I'm very happy that it didn't. So yeah, I get back to the room and looking at all the stuff I got. I call my little sister, calling my friends, you feel me? I freshen up, take a shower and everything, you know. I put on a cute little outfit. So he comes back from picking up his brother from the airport, and he comes back, he showers and he gets dressed or whatever, and then we go out to eat. It was real cute. We went out to eat. It was real nice. So anyway, after we went to dinner, we had a great dinner. He also made me drive back to the hotel, and around this time I didn't even know how to drive. I don't remember exactly what kind of car it was, but it was definitely a foreign whip, and I was whipping that shit. But anyway, so we was in a car and we was just talking, and I was just letting him know, like, I really appreciate him flying me out. I appreciate, you know, everything that he did for me, because he did not have to. I appreciate him trying any and everything to make me feel comfortable, and I greatly appreciate, you know, the guy he was to me. But I was also letting him know, like, I just, you know, wanted to go home. Yes, after him flying me out, after him taking me shopping, I still wanted to go home. I still wanted to go home. And it wasn't about me wanting to have everything freshly done. It was really just a voice in the back of my head, like, girl, like, yeah, this is all cute, but you're still out here with a guy you don't even know, you feel me? And I just didn't feel comfortable about that part. So I did tell him like after dinner that, you know, like, the reason why I wanted to leave had nothing to do with him. It was just more so of me. It was just let him know like I really appreciate him or whatever, but I wanted to go home. So like he did say before, if I ever felt like I wanted to leave, he would definitely put me back on a flight home, and that he did. So I think he booked my flight for like 5 a.m. or like 6 a.m. So yeah, we went to dinner and whatever. After I told him I wanted to leave, we went to Walmart. He got me a suitcase. So we got a suitcase so I could put all that stuff in that he bought me. So we went to the hotel. I was packing. As I was packing, his brother knocked on the room door. His brother came in and he told his brother what was going on. He was telling his brother that I wanted to leave or whatever. And his brother was like, damn, you really want to leave? They was really trying to persuade me to stay or whatever. But I was just like, no, I want to leave. Like, I want to go home. His brother said bye, whatever. He went back to his room. We took like a little nap because like I said, my flight wasn't until like 5, 6 in the morning. So we took a little nap and yeah, he drove me to the airport. So I know what the girls is thinking. I know the girls think that was it. But baby, I know y'all thought that was it. I know y'all probably thought that was the last time I heard from him, right? I know y'all probably thought that was the last time he spoke to me. You feel me? Y'all thought, but you ain't think, bitch. It didn't end there. I'm here to let y'all know it didn't end there. You think him flying me out on a first date with something? You think him taking me shopping with me land with something? You thought that was it, huh? No, baby, he ain't stopped there. So after that whole Cali situation, I don't know if I should I make this into 2 parts?